Okay.
We're rolling.
Assalamu alaikum. I am delighted to welcome today our guest, who is the CEO of Systems Ltd, one of the largest IT firms in Pakistan and the first ever software services company in Pakistan. None other than Mr. Asif Pir, CEO. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me, and pleasure.
Well, and the reason we are speaking is we are in collaboration, Iqra University and Systems Ltd, because we've just signed an MOU regarding offering a course, a certification in CRM. And my first question is, first of all, for those out there who perhaps don't know anything about Systems Ltd, but might be wanting to know more, could you tell us a little bit about the company?
Yeah. So, Systems Ltd, as George said, we are one of the largest IT company in Pakistan. We are the largest IT exporter of services. We work with many large enterprises across the globe. We are global. We have a presence in North America, Europe, Middle East, APAC region, and also, of course, our largest supply centers in Pakistan, where we service. We are problem solvers. We are engineering company by nature. We go to the customers. We hear the opportunities or problems, and we provide them the solution. My entire team, I'm blessed that my entire team is customer obsessed. We're customer centric. We provide value to our customers, and also most important thing about our company is we are employee owned company as well. Like majority of the company is still owned by employees. We nurture that employee ownership culture where whoever performs is a part of the company, and we really value our colleagues around the globe who are making the difference in the country's image, nurturing the Pakistan's culture about IT services. And I'm really proud, and I am so grateful that we are leading the pathway for IT exports, and people are looking at us, what we are doing, and they are trying to follow. So I'm really blessed that we are creating the ecosystem. It's not just about systems. It's not just about systems growth only. It's how we can collectively build the ecosystem so entire small, medium, large enterprises all can grow, and all we can create a bigger impact. We create more employment in country. We can generate more export, more foreign exchange, which is our country's dire need today. And as you know, we have a population, but we need to convert them into talented population. That is the difference. We need to produce more and more leaders who can take the risk, who can take and a leap of faith. They can go from here to there. So I'm really proud that we are working on so many fronts, and why we are here today as well, as you mentioned, like we're working in collaboration with a lot of universities, academia linkages. We set up a separate unit for that because we truly believe that this country needs the talent. And
so what sort of talent are you looking for?
We're looking for all sorts of talent. This is not us, but I will talk about the entire ecosystem. First of all, like undergrad programs especially need to focus on opening up the mind, right? Like analytical capabilities, creative thinking, soft skills, communication skills, like opening up the horizon, that what are the options available so people can make those good decisions. It's not about just computer science. It's not just about, we need leaders. So once they have these skills and then it combines with the technical skill set, then of course it creates a huge difference. So we are looking for, as I said, we are not looking for experts. We are looking for the people who have the right attitude towards learning.
Yeah.
So since we hire for the future, we're not looking at the short term. We encourage even students to look at the futuristic vision in the long term, not the short term. So they have to be in a growth mindset. They have to be willing to learn, and have a positive attitude towards the teamwork, because we work in a big teams, you know, a single unit or single person can't produce. So once they understand these basics skill set, which I call basic foundations, then you can train them on a CRM, you can train them on ERP, you can train them on e-commerce, you can train them on a data, you can train them on a data science. Everything is easy once they understand how to decipher the information from the books, from the research material, and that's what universities like ICRA need to teach, that how they can decipher this information on their own through their analytical capabilities from the books, through professors and whatever. So I think once these basics plus the spatial programs that we are running with academia, not just ICRA but other universities, we are offering scholarships to the students who can't afford. We're doing a lot of things to make sure that when kids graduate from the college, they're ready, not for systems only, but for the ecosystem. So they are employable, they get the good salaries, and we get the good throughput. We can use them in domestic markets, or we can use them in export markets. And if these are units, right? These are the great people. They can be freelancers. They can come up with startups, ideas. But what I would like to say is that every student, right, whoever listens, I think just be patient and make sure that you learn the basics, you know how to run the business, you have some experience under your belt. Once you do that, you will be much more effective in whatever you do in your career, whether you become freelancer, whether you become entrepreneur, whether you become a startup, whatever, you work in large companies, MNCs, the world will be open for you, but you have to have the attitude to learn.
Yeah. I think that's, and also continue to have an attitude.
Of course.
Lifelong learning.
Yeah.
So why do systems need so many people? Because you've, as you mentioned, you're forming collaborations here, you've formed them with other universities. Why are you looking for so many people?
We are in hyper growth mode, right?
And what is driving that hyper growth mode?
What I see this is Pakistan is way behind, and we've just started. I would say that it's a huge opportunity ahead of us as a country, as a company, because as I said, the technology is evolving, technology is changing. Yes, everybody follows some buzzwords, right? And follow that religiously. There was an e-commerce wave, there is a digital transformation, there is a business transformation, there is a data science, there is a blockchain, 5G, and all of these things are coming, right? 5G enterprise, how it looks like, and now the metaverse, So these big companies have to innovate to survive. They will continue to innovate, and once they innovate, then this is a fear of missing out, right? FOMO, right? So all the companies, all the organization needs to use those latest things. If they don't use and their competitor use, because this is in today's world, IT will be the competitive edge and will be the difference between the small and large organization. If a small organization can compete with the large organization, it is only going through technology. That's about it.
And so your growth is being driven by that technological demand.
Yes, it's a huge demand, and as I said, we have the population advantage, but we need to convert them fast to the talented pool of people who can deliver, because there is a resource scarcity. As you know, Japan is aging out. As you know, Europe, like you look at German portal, Europe portal, they are looking for hundreds of thousands of engineers right now, and they don't have people. Everywhere is there scarcity.
Is also price a factor? So, for example, because India presumably has a similar demographic than us, but have they priced themselves out of the market somewhat?
No, I would not say that they've priced themselves out of the market, but we are definitely way cheaper than them with the same quality, with the same communication skills. So we still have this delta available that we can produce and deliver the quality result at a cheap, I would not say it at like competitive pricing, right? Versus yes, they have not priced out, but they have created an opportunity for us. There is an opportunity window that there is a gap, And if we can have talented people, we can fill in that gap, and that will create huge exports and employment in Pakistan. This is our opportunity. So whoever listens, I think this is the time. COVID has positively, like it's a negative thing, but of course positively impacted few industries. Right. And IT being the one, because now every company understands today that digital transformation and business transformation, if they don't do it, they will be
left
behind a ball, right? And they will not be able to compete with the global world. And remote working has opened up the floodgates for offshoring, because now I can say that proudly that it doesn't matter, I am giving 100% coverage to my European customer. So we follow the Europe time zone, 100%. So you wake up in the morning in UK, we wake up, we start at 12, you start at 8 or 7, whatever, or 8, and we start at 1, and we will work through your whole day till 5 p.m. So it doesn't matter, I'm working from home, from UK office, or I'm working from home, from my UK apartment to Pakistan. Our bandwidth is the same, our communication, we use the same tools, Zoom, Teams, collaboration tool, hyper tunnels, security tunnels to the client, so there is no security risks. We have figured out everything. So, and imagine, like if you are sitting in Europe, you're getting like a fraction of cost of the similar skill set, with the same time zone, with the same communication skills. Why wouldn't you go for it?
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you go for it, right? So that's the question. And similarly, we are even trying to come up with a hybrid model for North American customers, that we can give you half-day coverage, if not full day. Middle East is 100% covered. Now UAE is even changed to Saturday, Sunday close. So it's like a world has been changing. So we are in we are center of the world. We are in sweet time zone differences. We can travel, and we have English speaking population. Now government is spending a lot of money on supply side. You guys, universities are understanding there is a gap and there is a demand, so they need to produce more. So everybody is working towards that. I'm really excited. We will have a great journey, not just for systems, but for Pakistan, and we will have a bigger impact. And inshallah, we will lead the way and show the way to a lot of people, a lot of youngsters, and I'm proud of that.
What are the challenges or pain points, if any, that you have at the moment?
I think I would say most of them are opportunities. Every challenge is an opportunity creation. That's how I think. I think, as I said, we need leaders, right? We need to groom leaders within ourselves, within our ecosystem. But
is that a cultural problem, do you think? That the fact is we do have a tendency to be G-Sir, and therefore don't allow people to evolve?
It's some of that, and I think people are risk averse. Mostly, they're not willing to take risks because of family, from whatever the conditions they are in. As you know, we are struggling. A lot of families. It's not like everybody is blessed, so they have to struggle. So they are risk averse, and they just want to go into the fixed mindset that I will do what I know the best, right? I will not waver in the growth mindset and change my gears and take risk and so on and so forth, because I don't have the backing. So unfortunately, that is a natural limitation. So I think more and more communication, more and more leadership, and more talent creation, because demand is out there. I can tell you to your students, I think if they can distinguish themselves, why? Everybody has to ask the question to themselves, do the self-assessment, why me? Why do systems hire me? Or why systems? Even if we ask questions, why would customer will select us? So why would you be, even if you are a freelancer, what is your competitive edge? How do you define your offerings in a better way so you could be seen in a better way? You could be sold in a better way. So it's all about selling, right? At the end of the day, it's all about selling. How you sell yourself, how you sell your country, how you sell your company.
It's personal brand development.
That's it.
Yeah. So What are your business needs going forward?
I think from our business need perspective, of course, we need to be expanding globally. So we have a market presence, so we can do more branding, marketing, selling, and also we build infrastructure, state-of-the-art infrastructure for the people to, because in today's day and age, it's not about money only, right? It's not about the salary. It's a great resignation era, and a great resignation era doesn't allow you to just give the money and gee sir, no, nobody will follow now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's, people need mentorship.
Yeah.
People need the empathy.
Yeah.
People need the humility.
Yeah.
People need to see where is their career going to be? What is the work environment? Am I flexible? Am I rigid? Who is my boss? Does he has an empathy towards me or not? So it's a lot of factors. So we're looking for that to scale. And on top of that, of course, talent, right? If we don't have the supply of good people, as in any shop, if you don't have the inventory, what would you sell? So our inventories are people and talented people, right? If we have talented bunch of professionals, as we were discussing about, like if you can give me the best CRM people, there is a demand out there. If I can get a best SAP people, if I get a best data scientists out of the universities, I can train and groom them quickly, and they will be productive units. And they will learn because they will be working with the top-notch companies. They will be working with the top-notch brains. So these are the things that I think we will continue to do. There is no fixed mantra, or that I would say that, and we will have continuous challenge. And that's the beauty about it, that every morning you get up and you are in a growth mindset.
Yeah.
You have different set of challenges. There is no dull moment in your life.
And also, because of the nature of the sector, you're constantly evolving.
Of course.
What you learned 5 years ago is redundant.
5 years, 5 days.
5 days, okay.
5 years is too much.
So obviously, you're very you're sponsoring students for this Pathway to Systems course that we are running, this certificate for CM. Could you tell us a bit about the program? Because it's you're providing certifications for Microsoft Power Platform and Microsoft CRM Dynamics.
Yeah, because what we, as I said, like earlier, that principles like Microsoft and SAP and all of these big players are investing in something. So they are investing heavily in the platform-based technologies, like as you said, Power Platform. Nowadays, the world has been changing. It's not like a traditional world where you have to code very complex language like assembly language and C++, and you need to know all of this. Now, the era has changed from no-code, low-code type of a scenario. So the Power Platforms, the workflows, the Microsoft is coming up with these tools and technologies, RPAs, virtual agents, a lot of things, a lot of technology has been evolving. So kids can understand and learn quickly, and they can master it quickly, and that gives an encouragement to them. They've learned something and they've created something out of the great platform. So once we give them certification, we have the demand, we can use them, right? Because they have been trained. Now, if say for example, at our place, if we take 6 months, we might be able to train them in a month.
Yeah.
So it shortened our life cycle, and on top of that, CRM is a huge demand right now because customer engagement, customer insight, every organization in today's world needs CRM. If they want to sell, if they want to market, they would need the platform. You can't just now do the cold calling and just run a marketing campaign and say, I'm a good marketer, I'm selling. No. You have to track each and every campaign. What is the result? What is an output? What's my journey orchestration? How this journey works? Where did I lose my prospective customers? So every company will need. So that's every company would need ERP. Like you can't do the now Excel sheet accounting. If you are small, yes, but if you want to be a larger organization, you need to orchestrate your supply chain, because all of these tools give you quick ROI.
Yeah.
So every business will invest. So more and more people will produce, we can, because how we win customers. If we deliver to the customers, we will win. If I tell Microsoft, that, look, I have 500 certified CRM developers. Any of your partner in the world is struggling for resources, and if they have the project, we have the supply. We'll solve your problem.
Right.
Right? Just as this is one example. I can go to my customer and say that, I have people, you have a problem. If you can't afford, I have the fresh graduates. I can do this in a less cost. Can still you be willing to invest something? And ROI is there, guaranteed, right?
Final question. Why should someone come and work for Systems?
Because what I say that if you want to work, if you need a career, then you come to us. If it is calling, then come to us. If you're for a job, don't come to us, right? Because we nurture, groom, and we nurture employee ownership, right? We will take you from where you are and build your career, so wherever you go, even after you work with Systems or you leave Systems, you remember that we created impact and positive journey in your life. And that matters the most to us, that we made a difference in somebody's life. So if you want to make a difference in your life, want to be big growth mindset and want to work because it comes from here, then join us.
And can I ask what your market cap is? Is that allowed?
Yeah, it's public. We are about $650 million.
And your current staff levels are?
About 5,000 people.
And you're looking to, in the next 5 years, is that going to go up significantly?
It has to, otherwise we fail, right? So I don't see any doubt that we have the milestone sets for ourselves in the growth targets. We're very aggressively building, we're taking risks, opening up the markets, opening up new products, new solutions, innovation, supply side. So we're working in all directions, you know, organic, inorganic, any growth that comes to our mind. My entire team, I'm really proud that I have a great leadership team, I have great colleagues around me, that we built an institution.
Yeah.
And we all are really proud of it. And as I said, more and more people's life we can touch and change on the way. I think that's our purpose, right? That's a deep purpose that drives us every morning.
Great. Well, thank you very much for taking the time out today to speak to us. And for anyone interested in the Pathway to Systems, it's a fantastic organization. Please apply for the certificate, and we have a link in the comments section above. Okay, but thank you, Mr. Asif Pir, for taking the time.
Thank you. Pleasure being here, and thank you very much for hosting me. Thank you.